Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, September 20th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. There's a principle in strength training called accommodating resistance, where you're essentially trying to overload one end of the strength curve. But when you look at the way Seth Shaw has been training lately, it seems like regular old resistance seems to be doing the trick. On Tuesday, someone inside the Shaw camp released a new clip of the rookie big man cranking out heavy-duty reps during one of his newest off-season back workouts. Even though it seems like a million years ago now, we should remember that Seth was really good in his pro debut back in Chicago. And an improved version of what we had there is good enough to be a top 3 finisher at pretty much any show on the schedule. Way back in the Stone Age, when I first started training, there was a guy in my gym who changed my entire outlook on training when he told me that nobody puts on pounds of muscle at a time. We build muscle in gram amounts, which is why each workout counts. Because eventually all these workouts and all these grams add up to serious muscle. Just ask Unwin. According to an update we saw from On, he's sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of 245 pounds and making small gram amount improvements every single day. On's a guy who has the potential to wreak havoc in the right lineup. So as long as their grams keep adding up, he'll be ready to do some serious damage at some point down the road. For everyone who's still caught up in the Olympia madness, this weekend we actually do have a lot of high-level guys competing all over the map. And one of the people we have our eyes on heading into this weekend's Hurricane Pro is classic physique standout Jason Perez. A few weeks back, Perez created some buzz when he broke the top 3 at the San Antonio Pro. But I'm being told by people close to the source that what Jason's bringing to the table this weekend should be far and away his best look of the season. By and large, I think the first weekend after the Olympia usually has a few spots that are up for the taking. So as long as he plays to his strengths, this could be the perfect situation for him to sneak in and put a few points on the board. And finally, I want to close out our last post-Olympia week show by posing a question to you guys. Do you think that Phil Heath missed a golden opportunity by not competing this year? Let's put all the cards on the table here. He lost last year in what was called a controversial decision. Then the whole Sean Roden thing happened. All of a sudden, Ramy pulls out. No Nathan Diasha, no Jocelyn Ardowitz. And we had a few guys in the lineup who Phil easily could have beaten had he been anywhere near 95% of his best. The stage was set. He could have tied the record here. He could have been the champ who came back from defeat. This would have been the defining moment of his legacy, and instead he decided to hold off. That being said, he's one of the best of all time, and the decision is his to be made. But given the way it all played out, you can't help but wonder if he might not have some regrets that this decision was the wrong one 5 or 10 years from now. Will he be back next year? Only time will tell. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.